Now in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Sony A7II. Now I have it set up this way with a battery grip and a magic arm on the back because I'm actually going to be taking this bad baby outside and showing you guys me just taking some 1080p clips to show you guys what the XAVC file size and codec basically looks like coming straight out of the Sony A7II. This is going to be with no picture profile in 24 frames per second, so nothing fancy. You can shoot 60 frames here on the Sony A7II, but in this comparison or just video tests that I'm going to be showing you guys, we're actually going to be using the Sony A7II in XAVCS and 24p. So let's go ahead and get outside with this setup and show you guys basically what we're going to be shooting. And then after that, we're going to come right back here to the office and we're basically just going to give my synopsis on the footage, basically what I did to it in the post-production process, and basically just my all-in-all thoughts of the Sony A7II with this 1080p video test. So let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, guys, so we are outside, and of course, excuse the bad A7II screen. I will try to fix it while we're editing the video, but we're going to be actually showing you guys some video test here on the Sony A7II. So basically what I have it set in right now is XAVCS, and that's going to be 24 frames per second. That's going to be recording at 50 megabytes a second. Of course, I'm doing the double the shutter speed, and I do have a variable ND set at 6 ND right now. Well, my camera has actually been inside so long that it's actually fogging up, so I'm gonna give it a couple seconds. Then it's actually about to rain. That's actually crazy, but I'm gonna give it a few seconds, wipe it off, and then I'm actually gonna see exactly what we can get on some video test on the Sony A7II here. So we are actually back here in the office, and we went outside and we got a couple of clips with our Sony A7II. And basically my solve all and my synopsis to the whole thing is the Sony A7II is still an 8-bit camera, so you don't necessarily want to do too much to it in post. All of the actual clips that you guys did see today were just color balanced, so I didn't do no color correcting. Well, color corrected. I didn't do no color grading on these clips. Let me make sure I reiterate that correctly. I only color balanced these clips to make sure the exposure was correct and my white balance was correct as well. And to just put a rule of thumb out there, I did shoot in 5,000 Kelvin, which is a manual color temperature, so I can actually pick something that's white in my framing and actually, you know, pick the correct white temperature or Kelvin temperature for my said shot. Anyways, my whole synopsis on the whole thing is going to be the footage is actually, it's pretty good. 1080p is actually not too bad. Now, I'm sure it's going to fall apart whenever I do bump it up to that 60 frames per second. And of course, you know, you have to shoot that 120 on the shutter speed. You know, you got to do the double rule to just make sure you get the right footage and the right frame rate matchup. But Basically, I do see that it is actually pretty still good, well, pretty good in 1080p, but if you're looking for 4K, you can scale it up, but it will lose a little bit of its quality because it is coming from basically a 1080p and it's being stretched up. It will perceive to be 4K, but it won't actually be 4K. Now, I did do a little bit of noise reduction on the actual clips that I did shoot, but remember, I didn't do anything with the picture profile. It was literally picture profile off. Dynamic range optimizer, I believe, was on auto. Usually I have it on off, but I just recently did the A7II beginner's guide video, so all of my settings are probably kind of weird, but I made sure I had those constants on basically my frame rate, my shutter speed, and also my Kelvin temperature when I was out shooting these clips. Hope you guys did enjoy the Sony A7II 1080p video test that I did bring to you guys today. All in all, I do say it's pretty good for 1080p, but if you were looking for anything more high resolution that you were going to be able to frame or resize or anything like that, then this won't be for you. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys do enjoy all of the Sony A7II content that has been coming out on the channel. Have been enjoying making it because you guys have been making it a joy to make it. And a lot of you guys have been saying that this camera hasn't been talked about since it came out. And I'm basically one of the only sources that's actually covering this camera because of how old it is and basically how outdated it is. So we're going to be continuing on with the Sony A7II. Thank you guys for watching these videos. If you have been enjoying, make sure you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button to see more videos just like this one. I'll see you guys on the next one.